What is up, my witches? The leaves are changing, the air is cooling down, sweaters are coming out, which means October is here, as well as some quality programming coming to Netflix. As always, these are some of our picks for Netflix's new releases in the US, but don't worry, the full list will roll at the end. When it's October, you have to watch a movie with a vampire, a zombie, or a ghost in it. It's practically tradition. And here's a ghost movie for you guys if you haven't seen it. Ghost Rider. Okay, it's not exactly a ghost movie, but Nicolas Cage's turn as the stuntman who has to cash in his deal with the devil in this pre-MCU Marvel movie is kind of a sight to be seen. Also featuring Eva Mendes, Sam Elliott, and Wes Bentley, this movie blazes onto Netflix right on the 1st.
Please wait as your operating system is initiated.
Hello, I'm here.
Hi.
Who else here has now become super dependent on their technology as a stand-in for meaningful companionship? No one? Just me? Okay, well, to show you that I'm not alone in this, Her is coming to Netflix on the 1st to comfort you in this time of need. After his Oscar award-winning role as the Joker, go back to a less severe version of Joaquin Phoenix in this modern love story.
Ricky, this is Hick. You can call him Uncle if you like.
I can't.
Lola told me to tell you that you should give me something to do. Is there anything you want me to do?
Yeah. Leave me alone.
Cool.
And while we wait for more Thor, Mandalorian, and What We Do in the Shadows, Netflix has you covered with Taika Waititi's Hunt for the Wilder People, based on a novel by Barry Crump, which will be available also on the 1st. Starring Julian Dennison, who you may recognize from Deadpool 2, and Jurassic Park's Sam Neill, the film follows these two loners as they form a father-son relationship while on the run in the New Zealand wilderness.
Halloween's upon us!
After his remarkable run as Howie Ratner in Uncut Gems, Adam Sandler is back as Hubie Dubois in Netflix's Hubie Halloween on the 7th. As Halloween's biggest fan, Hubie is also the town's resident worrywart/loser. However, when the residents of Salem start to disappear, Hubie becomes the town's only hope. And yes, we can make fun of the Sandman for another one of his Netflix movies, but honestly, the cast is stacked, from Maya Rudolph to frickin' Steve Buscemi, and Stranger Things' Noah Schnapp. Give this one a chance when you're celebrating Halloween from home this year.
Oh, hello, you. I'm film and television's Moira Rose. Won't you join me for a little stroll through the slice of paradise I like to call the town where I currently am?
Just in time to relive the show that swept this year's Emmys, it's comforting to know that Season 6 of Schitt's Creek will be added to Netflix on the 7th. It was hard to say goodbye to the Roses, but we can always visit them on Netflix. For as long as they'll let us enjoy it, that is. The Haunting of Bly Manor is finally coming to Netflix after the outstanding first season of The Haunting of Hill House, which was IGN's 2018 Show of the Year. The second season of this anthology series has Victoria Pedretti and Oliver Jackson Cohen returning as different characters this time in another season of Scary Things and Scary Places. The Haunting of Bly Manor is available to watch on Netflix on the 9th. 2016's Batman: The Killing Joke comes to Netflix on the 15th. The film, which features Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill returning as the voices of Batman and Joker respectively, is adapted from the infamous comic of the same name, in which we learn more about one of the Joker's origin stories and how Batgirl became Oracle.
We're going to Chicago to protest the Vietnam War.
And there's no place to be right now but in it.
The Trial of the Chicago 7, the second film written and directed by Aaron Sorkin, is stacked to the brim with incredible actors and is based on the 1969 trial of 7 political activists who were arrested and tried for conspiracy against the American government when protesting the Democratic National Convention in 1968. Back then, the trial transfixed the nation, and now its story has never been more timelier. The film comes to Netflix on the 15th. For some family fun on Halloween, Laika's Paranorman comes to Netflix on the 18th. Norman is not your typical child. He has ghosts for friends, but no one believes that he could see them. Yet, when warned of a witch's curse that will rain down on his town, Norman must use his paranormal abilities, along with the help of his friends, to stop a zombie apocalypse.
The terrace is for guests only.
Monsieur, the young lady will be joining me.
Starring beautiful people Armie Hammer and Lily James, Netflix's Rebecca is not a remake of the Oscar award-winning Hitchcock classic. It's another adaptation of the book by Daphne du Maurier, wherein a young woman quickly meets and falls in love with a widower, moves into his huge estate, and has to compete with his late wife. Metaphorically. Or is it literally? Look, I get it. Cuffing season is around the corner and we know it may be tempting to marry the first man you meet on vacation, but be wary, ladies. Netflix's Rebecca moves in on the 21st.
I love to hear about the moon goddess.
Again?
Tell me, Mama.
A beautiful woman and a handsome man. We're in love.
In Netflix's Over the Moon, a young girl builds a rocket to prove that the moon goddess she heard so much about as a child actually exists. And spoiler, she does. But now crash landed on the moon, Fei Fei and her friend Chin, as well as a space dog of some sort played by Ken Jeong, must navigate the celestial magical world of the moon and find their way back to Earth. Hamilton's Philippa Sue is, no surprise, the moon goddess who offers one wish to whomever can bring her long-lost lover back to her arms. The cast is also stacked with some incredible Asian and Asian American actors, and I for one am excited to watch Over the Moon, which crash lands on Netflix on the 23rd. So those were some of our picks of the things coming to Netflix in October. What are you most excited for? Let us know in the comments. And as promised, here is the full list of everything coming to the US Netflix.